All right. Rapid fire, pull. Like this, though. I love it. What is going on, guys? Today we are doing something a little bit different. We are doing an episode called Battle of the Bolt Actions. Now what we're going to be doing is we've got 4 separate bolt action rifles from different eras of time and different makes and all that good stuff. And it's going to be me and Joe, and we're going to see who is the better shot amongst 4 different bolt action rifles. So Joe is on his Ruger American rifle, is that right?
Yep.
So right now we've got 4 targets set up downrange at 100 yards, and we're going to have 1 rifle per target. We will each be shooting 3 shots with each rifle on one of the 4 targets, and then we're going to see who has the best grouping with each rifle, and then we're going to score up, see who has the better grouping at the end of the day, see who is the better marksman with bolt action rifles. So Joe, are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so you're aiming top left target, bottom dot.
That's right. Okay.
Alright, my turn.
Matt's first shot.
First shot, here we go.
Next up is Matt's Mauser gun.
All right.
You want to tell us about? You want to tell us about this gun first?
Say again?
Want to tell us about this gun?
Huh?
Want to tell us about this gun?
Yeah, oh yeah, tell us about this gun. I thought you were saying like telescope this gun. I was like, what? Okay, so this gun is a Mauser gun M9130. It was actually, this particular model was developed in, I think, 1943. So this gun, about 70 years old. These were actually used by the Russians. This was the primary infantry rifle of the Russians during World War II. This is what they would have been using to fight the Germans on the Eastern Front. It's a very crude gun. It's very crude action. It's not the smoothest gun in the world. They run and they work. And I think that's why the Russians liked them so much. I mean, classic Russian engineering, right? I mean, you can beat it up, do whatever you want to it, and things just freaking run. Again, we don't have a scope on here, so we're going to be shooting this with iron sights at 100 yards, so I have no idea how we're going to be doing on that. I have a feeling that there's going to be some flyers off target, but we're going to see how well we can do. So let's go ahead and get started. So to load the gun, you take your bullet, you just top load it, push it in, pull it back. Again. In, pull back. Iron sights. Again, that very crude action right there. It works though. Alright, 100 yards. Felt pretty good about those presses on the trigger, so I think I did alright. We'll have to see through the spotting scope and see how well I did, but I think it went alright from my perspective at least. So I actually shot a pretty solid group, so Joe's got his work cut out for him. So next up we're going to be shooting a Chilean Mauser. Now this gun actually is very similar to the gun that the Germans would have been using in World War II. Now what's special about the Mauser is it's renowned for its action. The Mauser action is actually copied to a lot of modern day rifles, and we'll actually show you it on a gun we'll pull up next. It actually has virtually the same action. I mean, obviously it's modified and improved, but fundamentally it's pretty much the exact same action. So the Mauser action actually kind of paved the way for and set the standard by how all other modern day bolt action, actions will be made. So now on most bolt action guns, when you open up the action, it cocks the rifle. On this rifle, however, when you cock it back, you actually have to push forward, and you see that? You have to overcome spring tension and it cocks and close it. Now, why would you want? Well, number one, there's an argument that it may or may not be true. It really is kind of depending on the shooter and whoever's using it. But some argue that that's actually faster. When you go to open action, there's no resistance. You don't have to push your foot on it really hard and pull it back. You just have to kind of overcome it and it comes back. It's really fast opening it. But closing it, it's arguably faster because when you go to close the gun, you just do it all in one motion. However, they say it's not as accurate though because when you're in a prone position, you're something really precise, you then have to push forward on it, and that throws off your sight alignment. So, a lot of modern day bolt action rifles will not be using it on close action, but it's just kind of interesting to see what they're kind of experimenting with there at the time. Little note: this gun, we do not know if it's zeroed or not. So, if it's zeroed, we're gonna still judge ourselves on it and see who's the better shot with it. But there's a chance we might not even hit the pistol at all. So, with that said, let's go ahead and give this a shot, literally. This is the first time we've actually shot a rifle like this, so we'll see. Are you ready? That's smooth, dude. I like that. Wow. That is really smooth. See how fast that is? I love it. Alright, so my fears were confirmed. The gun is actually not zeroed. However, if Joe manages to get a shot on paper, he technically wins with this rifle. Now you gotta push it forward kind of fast. Remember, cocks on closing. There you go. Alright, are you ready, Joe?
Born ready.
That's nice.
I told you. Now the trigger's dead, you can try the trigger.
Yeah.
On the top position, trigger's dead, but you can open the action still. Now if you pull that lever all the way over, now you can't even open up the And it's actually going to be interesting, on the next rifle you'll see it actually has almost the exact same features, so just it goes to show how much influence this rifle had on modern day bolt actions. Alright, so the last gun we have is another 308 Ruger. This one's a little bit higher quality than the last one. The one thing I want to show you is, though, the similarities in the action. So, go ahead and close the lid on that. Right. Now watch the safeties on this one. Okay? Alright, so pull that trigger. Trigger should be disabled, right? Now, but you can still run the action, right? So you can still cock it and everything. Okay? Now, watch this. Push it back one more. Now the action's locked. So, virtually the exact same controls, just a little more modified, a little more modernized. And even if you actually take the bolt out of the gun, you can actually see how similar the bolt looks to this gun and the Chilean Mauser. So the Mauser action truly did have major inspiration when it came to designing the modern bolt actions of the modern era. So just goes to show, like, a good design, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That's right.
All right.
The better of bodaciously shooting the bolt actions.
There you go, exactly. All right, fire when ready. Alright, round one, Ruger American. This is JoJo's group. That's pretty good. Now if you look at my group, it's pretty abysmal. I don't even know where mine went. We got one actually we got one actually reasonably close to the bullseye, but we don't know where my other ones went. We think we hit down low, so maybe that's one, maybe that's one. We don't know. So Joe won on his Ruger American right there. Next up, we've got the Mauser Nagant. Now this one was good. Now I actually had
these three.
1, 2, 3. Now keep in mind, there's no scope. I did better with this gun with no scope than I did with the one with the scope on it. That was mine. Then you had 1, 2. 2, and then we don't know where that third shot went, so we think that one may have flown off the paper. So I win on the Mosin Nagant. Now, we tried the Chilean Mauser. It turns out it is not sighted in, so nobody.
It's a Hawkeye.
The Hawkeye, that's what it was called. Yep. So you know, he knows the gun. So we got 1, 2, 3 right there, and Joe had a vertical string. You had your windage was good, just your elevation was a little off. So I think that makes me the victor. So I guess I'm the bolt action. I'm the less sucky out of 2 of us, I should say, rather. We've got one last thing for you. It feels so bad. We've got this just plain old target right here. So we got one more thing in mind. So
We'll light it up with the Marlin 30-30 lever action.
let's go ahead and do it. Here we
Move
go.
50 yards.
Yeah. Look at that thing. That thing is gorgeous. The cartridge is just about as big as a 308.
They're neat.
All right, Joe, your gun. Shoot it first. Hammer it. All right. Hammer him, Joe.
Good vomit gun.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I got a woodchuck. Who wants to try it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Ready to go.
Awesome. Oh, man, I can't wait.
Going.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Quite a spring there. Yeah.